What is up? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you this afternoon. Big Tony, what's up, big dog? How we doing, bro?
Not much. Doing well, man. Doing well. Man, I had so many plays today. I just had to get it down.
Here we go, man. Yeah, you did have a lot of plays today. I
Yeah.
noticed that.
I had 10 to start off with. I had to go like, no.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I had 6 to the morning show. I'm right there with you, brother. It's good to see, man. Good to see everybody. Hope you're doing great. Big Justin, a YouTube member. Welcome into the crew, big dog. So good to see you, Matty boy. Afternoon, all. Happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed, Matty boy. The Sip. Good afternoon, DTL crew. Sip. So good to see you, buddy. Big Bruce. Friday money. Let's go. Let's get it indeed. My man King Brox with soccer. Yes, sir. King Brox. Hey, 3-1 was getting nervous in the first period. Capped the first half with 2. Let's go, man. You guys are crushing. All right, let's jump into it here. Keep saying what's up in the chat. I'll get to you, I promise, but we got a lot to get to, so I don't want to waste your time there either. All right, how do we do yesterday? 1-1. Alabama, Tennessee smoked that over of 10. Tony, Jalen Brunson ended with 3 rebounds. 3. We needed 1 board, dude. 1 board, and we were hitting that plus 115, but did not happen. So we go 1-1. All right, good to see everybody. Tizzle, good to see you. You crushed that in the draft. Lambo, great to see you, big dog. Happy Friday. Hope y'all ready for a great weekend. Absolutely, brother. And the same your way. All right, so 1-1 yesterday. Tony, we're going to have a big day today. Now, I'm going to throw it over to you first. Let it rip, brother. What you got?
All right, man. I'm going Yankees money line. Just swept Boston. Got a better pitching matchup tonight. So give me the Yankees again. Braves, first 5. Going under the half run there. Again, I like the pitching match. Painter just went against the Braves and didn't make it to the 5th inning. I think he gave up 4 runs. So taking that. Also, Baltimore, same thing. Like my pitching matchups. So going first 5. I don't want to get to the bullpen. Marlins, Giants, 2 teams that just aren't hitting the ball. Give me a no run first at minus 125. I think we got a good price there. And Pirates, Brewers, over 7. I know Skeens is pitching, but this year, the Pirates are kind of giving Skeens some run support. So I think we can go over 7. If not, we're going to get it in the bullpen.
There we go. Hey, I like it. Hey, we were talking about the morning show. Now, look, It's a good pitching matchup, right? Woodruff and Skeensy. But still, I'm feeling the over, too, and especially at 7. I like 7 so much more than 7.5. Good look, Tony. That's a good look.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. At 7.5, I'd probably go off of it. I actually had to wait on Hard Rock. It didn't come out to about 30 minutes ago.
Well done. Hey, you waited well, man. That push insurance is real. It absolutely is. Big Jeff said, afternoon, gentlemen. Jeff, so good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing great. Boogie, TGIF indeed. And Boogie, good to see you. Hey, we're finna jump into these games, too. Gonna need you, your looks on what you see. Tina, good afternoon. Tina, so good to see you, Tina. Hope you're doing great. Let's go. And Tizzle said Yankees bullpen is fresh after Max Fried and Cam went 8 back-to-back games. Not sure if that's a good thing, right? There we go. All right. So, Tony, well done, buddy. There we go. Now, I'm going to add 2, 3. Okay, first off, LeBron James over 1.5 threes minus 125. Let me explain. The Lakers are up 2-0. Okay? On the road. They've done their part. Now, I'm not saying the Lakers are taking the proverbial foot off the throat, right? I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that if there were ever a night where it's a little easier to fire a 3 than bring it in, get banged up in the paint, it's tonight. It's tonight on the Lakers side. I'm not saying LeBron's going crazy from 3. I'm not calling any of that. But 2, we can get 2 tonight. Yeah. So give me LeBron James over 1.5 threes there, minus 125. Second, LSU, Mississippi State over 10. This game starts at, I believe, 4 Eastern, 3 Central. This is going to be a wild series all weekend long. LSU literally is in must-win mode now. And Mississippi State knows the last team that anybody wants to give second life to is LSU, right? So you don't want to mess around with that. Attack it early. What do I mean? Mississippi State's going to attack at the plate. LSU has nothing to lose in terms of that. You just get up and mash, right? So we're going to see, man. And we get push insurance there at 10. Let's go. Finally, Georgia, Ole Miss. over 11. I thought this number was going to be way higher. Not way higher, but I thought it'd be more than 11. Now, don't get me wrong. Ole Miss can pitch. Certainly. Yeah, and check your emails. The newsletter went out today. If it's not in your inbox, check your spam folder just in case. But you have all of your pitching, your starting rotations throughout the weekend in college baseball, all in your inboxes there. Yeah, I'm going over 11 here, man. Georgia, top 5 home run hitting team in the country. Yeah, give it to me. And Ole Miss is going to score too. They know they have to. Yeah, for sure. All right, so those are the 3 that I have for today. Now, Tony, let's jump into the NBA here.
All right.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I said all right.
Yeah. So, Celtics, 76ers. All right, we talked about this morning. We'd have to chew our food twice here. Celtics, 7.5-point favorites, still a 215.5. Lakers, Rockets, 8.5-point favorites, still a 206.5. Spurs, Trailblazers, Spurs minus 2.5, total of 220.5. So we talked about these games on the morning show. Not going to go through it, but we will take a look at some of these props. All right, so first game here, Celtics at the 76ers. Points, Tyrese Maxey over under 26.5. Jaylen Brown, 25.5. Jason Tatum, 23.5. Paul George, 17.5. VJ Edgecombe, 15.5. Derek White, 14.5. Kelly Oubre Jr., 13.5. So immediately for me, my eyes go to Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown. But what do you do with Tatum? What do you do with Derek White? You know what I mean? So that is that's the question to answer for where we're going to be with this game, with these props. Tony, any thoughts you have on any of these?
I just think Boston needs it. So I look for points on the Boston side.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Jason Tatum, over 2.5. We're talking about threes now. Jason, and I'll pull this up full screen. Jason Tatum, over 2.5 threes. Minus 166, unplayable. Maxey, unplayable, 2.5. Paul George, 2.5, minus 140. That's almost unplayable. Derek White, over 2.5. I don't know if I'm feeling anything on threes other than what we had from the morning show here. Now, big on Derek White, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know if they're priced right in this one. All right, Lakers and the Rockets here. Rockets 8.5-point favorites. Now, let's take a look at points in this. Kevin Durant, and drop any that you have in the chat. If you have any player props, any thoughts? Yeah, let me see him. Sights. What's up, fam? What's up, big dog? Good to see you. King Bronx. Phonetics, Ole Miss, Georgia. Total is at 10.5 for plus 100. Wow. All right, even better. Yeah, shop your books for sure. Great look right there. Kirk, Edgecombe, Tatum, both rebounds and assists, and Jaylen Brown over on points. Beautiful, man. Boogie, Edgecombe, 15.5 points or 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. There we go. All right. Yeah, keep dropping those in for sure. Lambo, agree with Rick. KD points. Nice. 23.5 right there. So he's at 23.5. LeBron's at 23.5. Now, KD's averaging 25.9 per game. LeBron at 20.9. So you're getting a little tax there and off of what LeBron's been doing. Sengun, 20.5. Thompson, 17.5. Jabari Smith, 15.5. Kennard, 13.5. Rui Hachimura, 13.5. Matt's going LeBron James over 6.5 rebounds. There we go. Threes. Let's look at that. Kevin Durant over 2.5 plus 115. He's averaging 2.5 a game. Jabari Smith, 2.5 plus 127. He's averaging 2.5. So, yeah, you've got a lot more opportunities here. Kennard, 2.5 plus money. Reed Shepard, that's not playable. Hachimura, minus 161, not playable. Marcus Smart, not playable. And I'm on LeBron. I'm feeling it here. Let me get the banner up. Apologies to get the picks there. Matty Boys, Georgia, Ole Miss on DK, not seeing it. It was. That's where I got it. But again, you might have to refresh. I know sometimes they come down. And, yeah, just give it a minute. But again, yeah, also it's based on state. You might have it. You might not. Tennessee had it. All right, so game 3, Spurs, Trailblazers. Spurs minus 2.5. Total of 220.5 here. Points. Yeah, you take a look, man. Wemby at 24.5. Avdija at 23.5. De'Aaron Fox, 19.5. Stephon Castle, 18.5. Drew Holiday, 15.5. Vassell, 14.5. Scoot Henderson at 14.5. So we've got some playable stuff here. What are you going to do with Wemby? Anything you're seeing, Tony, in this Spurs game?
Not in this one. I'll tell you that Lakers game, though, man. Lakers are getting points after going up 2-0. I think I'd take the Lakers in the points.
8.5 points, man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot. And look, the Rockets were favored in the first 2 games, 4.5, and they lost both of them.
Yeah, I'd take the Lakers at all these 3 plays.
Yeah. Threes, Drew Holiday over 2.5. That's playable. Kamara 2.5. That's playable. Vassell 1.5. Not playable. Julian 1.5. Not playable. Avija not playable. Wimby. Anybody going Wimby threes? Who's going Wimby? Yeah, Kirk. Be careful with Wimby. Minutes might be limited. Agreed. Yeah, definitely got to watch out for that. But hey, is anybody going Wimby threes? You only need 2. And if there were ever a night where he might shoot from the outside just a touch more. If anybody's betting I wonder if there's anybody out there that's like, dude, that's actually been the secret bet all year long, and you idiots never figured it out. Wimby threes. Yeah, but yeah, keep an eye on that, obviously, with the head concussion situation that he had previously. All right, that is the NBA. College baseball, Tony. Let's go.
Man.
LSU starting it off, LSU Mississippi State.
Did you ever think you'd get LSU plus 190 in any game this year?
No, didn't think it. Here we are. They need it. Now, look, we're on the over. Over of 10. We've got push insurance. Now, we've got Mississippi State on the money line for the morning show. Okay?
Actually, at Hard Rock, I just looked at that. It's 9.5.
9.5?
At Hard Rock.
Yeah. Well, I'm in.
Yeah.
Look, LSU is just crazy baseball, right? But for an over, that's what you want. You want a team that's getting up like, well, I'm just going to, we're swinging. That's exactly what you want. And Mississippi State's going to be looking to do the same thing, although they might be a little more tempered at the plate because you can afford to be. But still. Yeah, let's see. All right, West Virginia, Cincinnati, a total of 11. There, normally, I'd be all over this over, but West Virginia's bats, concerned. So you have a low total, but you have it for a reason. North Carolina, Duke, total of 12.5. Hey, and again, if anybody wants like breakdowns of the actual game, we did it on the morning show. It's in your feeds. Go check that out for sure. I don't want to, chew our food twice, right? So we'll just kind of take a look at totals here, which is interesting enough, which is how this afternoon show was invented a couple of years ago, was because of exactly this. We couldn't get totals. So it brings us back, makes me smile every year. All right, so North Carolina, Duke, 12.5. Man, I don't know what you're going to get out of Duke. North Carolina is going to look to win these games 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. They can mash, but they can pitch too. Don't sweat or don't sleep on that either. Man, let's see. Texas State, Coastal Carolina, total of 13. A little surprising, man. I thought this would be lower. I thought we were looking at like 11. There is under potential here, big time. But I don't know if I could. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Maybe I've got one of my favorite parlays, Coastal Carolina with East Carolina for plus 115.
Nice. Okay.
I like those Carolina, or whatever.
Yeah. No doubt, man. Like, dude, there's so much good baseball in the Carolinas. So much good baseball.
And 13 scares me.
Yeah, it's a lot. But we're gonna find Coastal Carolina has been just a wagon on both sides. And look, that's the other thing too. Coastal Carolina is minus 280. Like the Texas State can play. We're gonna see. I don't know about that total, man. 13's a lot. NC State, Virginia Tech. I don't hate this total. 12. Dude, every Virginia Tech game feels like it's 8-7. But NC State needs it, boy. They need it. They're going to be looking to do it with pitching, too. I totally get why the books, I get it. Virginia and Pittsburgh. All right, so you have a total of 14. Man.
It's Friday, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, aces are going across the country. But Pittsburgh just put up, 20-something on West Virginia the other day? Yeah. And Virginia is one of our rotational teams. Loves some Virginia. So I get why this total's high, but in game one, I don't know, man. That I didn't bet it, so don't I'm not saying it on a table, but I don't know. South Florida, East Carolina. So you like East Carolina today? Was that how you said?
Well, yeah, pair them up with Coastal.
Yep,
Take the juice out of it. Actually, I get it's actually plus 110.
Nice. Yeah, I'm with you. East Carolina could be a really good dance partner all weekend long. Now, South Florida can play too. You're going to sweat them, but that minus 188 is so helpful in a parlay. You know what I mean? Like, it's so much easier than one of those minus 425s. Clemson and Louisville, I don't want anything to do with this. Keep me away from this game. There's no telling what you're going to get here. And I mean that in the most fun way possible. Huge series. Huge for both of these teams, which scares me even more, Tony. I agree with you. Yeah, this could be 3-2 all weekend long, or 17-14. Yeah. And if anything, I would lean to the over, which is what the public's doing. You see it 13.5. I'm not going to come out with it because, again, man, needing 14 runs is a tough ask in any baseball game, but you might have it. You might have it here, but just keep an eye there. Iowa and Indiana, total of 13.5. I don't want anything to do with that. Maryland, Michigan State, total of 11. Michigan State's not playing bad. I can't do it. That 11 is tempting, but Texas A&M and Florida, 11. I don't want anything to do with that. Now, that would be the over. Like, I don't want anything to do with the over. Texas A&M wants to win this low scoring. Florida wants to win this low scoring.
I liked your reference today, Little Caesars.
Yeah. This is a big series right here. Real big series, man. All right, so a total of 11. I would not be surprised to see 3 unders. A&M games, especially on the road, they're going to look to control it. And you control it on the mound. And Florida, you already know that's what they're trying to do, too. That's what they've been trying to do all year. Tony, any thoughts here?
I'm in the I can't trust Florida club.
It's tough.
So it's if tough. I had to go, I would go A&M with a dance partner, but
yeah. Hey, let me also say this. Jeff in the chat, your son Greg is with you. Greg, let me say this. First off, pleasure to meet you, my friend. Second off, your father is the man. He is awesome. Just awesome, man. Everybody in the crew loves some Jeff, man. So, Greg, absolute pleasure to meet you, my friend. And, yeah, that's a dude. Jeff's the man. It's great. Man, Greg, pleasure to meet you, buddy. Yeah, Tony, that's Florida. I don't know what to do except lean to the under. I
didn't stay away from him because, like you said, they can lose the Little Caesars and beat Auburn.
Yeah, 100%. Like, this is one of those to where do you have the discipline? Now, and I say that there's 74 runs every game in this, but still, yeah, that's where I look. Boston College, Notre Dame, total of 9. Tony, I almost. Oh, and we got Greg in the chat too. My man, big California wager. Greg, good to see you, buddy.
I'm surprised you didn't pull the trigger on 9.
I almost did. The problem is that Notre Dame, their bats, dude, polar bear cold. But that 9 is sitting right there, man.
I'm surprised.
I know. And you get push insurance on 9 to 5 to 4, get your money back. Keep an eye there. All right, Texas Vanderbilt, total of 10. Okay, so Texas definitely is going to look to do the same thing Texas A&M is looking to do with Florida. Go on the road, keep these games quiet, win 5-3. You know what I mean? That's what you want to do. It's warm. in Nashville right now. There are storms on the horizon tonight, although I don't know if they're going to affect this game. So other than that, the ball's going to be flying because it's nice in Nashville today. Sun is very much out. So a total of 10. If you could get Texas, get some ducks on the pond, right? Get some big runs up. Like you could live bet this thing. But just be careful with Texas, man. California and Miami. Tony, what are we doing here? Total of 10. Over?
Just
Miami
over.
Yeah, Miami weekends. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
It's expensive though. I know 125 is not bad.
Yeah. It's definitely going to 10.5.
Yeah.
Greg's on Virginia, Oklahoma State, San Diego State, Arizona, UC Irvine. Let's go, big boy. Love it. Appreciate you on that one for sure. Yeah, so that 10 is sitting right there. Wake Forest, Georgia Tech. All right, who's doing this? 12.5.
Oh.
Tizzle, what are we doing? Whale, where are you at? All right, so Georgia Tech averaging 10.7 runs per game, averaging 4.5 roughly runs allowed per game. What do I mean by that? Well, out of 42 baseball games this year, they generally end 10-5 roughly, right? So Wake Forest is solid. They're one of our rotational teams too. But I especially with Georgia Tech coming off of last weekend, losing 2 out of 3 to North Carolina. Look how they responded against Georgia. 14-4. I got a feeling Georgia Tech's looking to do what Georgia Tech does. We have them on the money line for the morning show in a parlay, but if you want to roll with 12.5, yeah, Whale said over, not overthinking it. 100%. 100%, man. And if you get Wake Forest, like going head, back and forth, even better. Houston and TCU, no. I'm not touching it. 12. The book, this is a trap right here. That's a trap series right there. Be careful with those totals. Kentucky, South Carolina, be careful with these totals. So we talked about this morning, Tony. South Carolina, they want to sneak a win, 2-0. That's what they want to do. And they could do it.
They could. I mean,
the problem is that they're good enough to do it once every 5 games.
I see them getting one of these games.
Yep. And not that we have the utmost faith in Kentucky, but I like Kentucky. They're a good baseball team. They should take 2 out of 3 here. Kentucky minus 160 tonight. That is very playable. But just South Carolina is just they're a risk. Nebraska and Illinois. All right, Nebraska needs this one. Not needs it, but you know what I mean. 11.5 on a total here. I'd be looking at old school ball here. This feels like 8 or 9 total runs. Oklahoma and Auburn, this also feels like 8 or 9 total runs. Total of 10. Auburn, top 5 pitching staff in the country. Oklahoma, pretty darn good too. Boy, you talk about 2 teams that want to win 4-1. This is it.
I think on this one, I just wait till tomorrow and see what happens tonight.
Agreed. That's the good thing about college baseball is we get 3 cracks at each series.
Right.
So we don't have to bet at everything. We don't have to unload the clip on Friday. But keep an eye here because the thing is that, yes, both of these teams are going to look to play lower scoring affairs. But you know what? When you get that, it can turn into home run fest, right? If you just get the same back and forth, even with great pitching, sometimes it takes a life form of its own. And that 10 is sitting right there. But yeah, I think the play is to get one under the belt first, to get a look at it. We can get a free look tonight. All right, Louisiana and Arkansas State, total of 10 there, nothing. Missouri State, Louisiana Tech, total of 10, nothing there. Kansas State, total of 11. I'd look at the under. Screams under. Rice, Wichita State, total of 9. Ooh. Georgia, Ole Miss, total of 11. All right, I want some of this. All right, Georgia needs to come out, have a weekend, dominate front to back. I'm not saying they haven't been playing great. I like this Georgia team a lot. Top 5 in home runs. I'm sorry, top 1 of 1 in home runs. Yeah. Top 2 in runs. So, let's not disrespect them Georgia Bulldogs here in boys mash. Now, Ole Miss is favored, though. Ole Miss is a good baseball team. And they're getting better. But I like the over.
I'd have to go Georgia.
Do you?
With the home runs and yeah, I just have to go Georgia.
They're the
Especially
underdog.
The price.
Yeah, they're the underdog, man. Yeah. 95 cents on the dollar return.
I'll take it.
Lambo, DK has apparently pulled the Georgia Ole Miss game from the board. Uh-oh. Look at this. Oh, AB 9.5 at FanDuel. We got news then. We've got nothing goes from 11 to 9.5. That's a huge jump in college baseball. 9 yeah. All right, we got news then. We got something going on. I don't know what it is. Bibbo made it to the show for the end. Good afternoon, DTL. Good afternoon. Hey, Bibbo, we need you. We got to figure out what's going on. Georgia Ole Miss was at 11, got pulled off the books. We've got a rogue 9.5 that popped up on FanDuel.
Hey, AB.
Yeah.
It's still on Hard Rock. 10.5, Georgia minus 105. So,
okay.
Same odds that you have on your board.
Well, I like this, though. I like competition in the marketplace. It's good for the consumer. Yeah, it's good for us. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's tough when you have one option. They can put it at 100.5 and offer no under. Look, I don't care what's going on. Well, never mind. Well, I if we find out the information, we'll see. But yeah, look, I want the over 11. I want it even more now. Now that they're throwing a curveball at us live.
Yeah.
Let's go. Dude, I'm not afraid to hit a 3-2 count. Throw it. All right, Southern Miss, South Alabama, total of 10. Let's go. This is gonna be a series right here. Southern Miss, boy, they're a team that wins 5-4. And wins. They're not afraid of one-run games. They're not afraid to play tight. And they want to dominate on the mound. South Alabama can play too, though. I don't know what to do with this total. I mean, it screams the under, but you could get hitting. You could get one of those back and forth where you're like, where did this come from? Where everybody looks like they're all going to Major League Baseball. You know, those games where everybody's lacing like perfect line drive singles right over short. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, dude, everybody's hitting today. Those happen. Nice day out. Yeah. But I can't bet it because 8 times out of 10, this game going to be 5-2. Cal State Fullerton at UC Santa Barbara, total of 8. Look at this. 8.
God, you almost have to go over, right?
The scary thing is no. No, I'm with you. Like, I'm right there with you. It anytime, man. Here's the other thing too. Yeah, Tizzle, this game screams 5-0, 100%. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. It totally does. Now, UC Santa Barbara minus 560. Like, you can't play it, but Arkansas, Missouri, total of 12. We saw 5-4 last night. I would not be surprised to see 5-4 all weekend. We're on Arkansas on the money lines. Took them all, boys. I feel them, especially after getting a hard-fought win. But a total of 12? Not doing that. UTSA, Tulane, total of 12. No, I don't want anything to do there. UCF and Utah. Okay. This could be a monster over. I don't want to hype it up too much. I think that 12.5 could be a little low. We'll see, though. All right, Hawaii and Oregon State, total of 8. Also looking to the under in this one. Yeah, Oregon State needs to go get it. BYU, Arizona, would it be Arizona win 5-0, something like that? Total of 9. Yeah, that game could be 18-12. I agree with you. Yeah, talk about UCF and Utah, 100%. BYU, get me out of that one. CSUN, Cal Poly, total of 11, nothing there. St. Mary's, San Diego, total of 13, nothing there. UC Irvine, UC San Diego. Greg was on Irvine in the chat on the money line, total of 11, nothing. Florida State, Stanford, total of 10. Would not be surprised to see Florida State come out and mash tonight. Stanford's going to have to score 6 to win this game. That 10 is sitting there. That's nice. Baylor, Arizona State, total of 12.5. Standard fare there. Purdue, USC, total of 9. Look, USC is in an interesting spot, and I say it positively. I think you go get USC at the plate hitting. I think you go get USC on the mound pitching. And I mean that elite in both levels. This USC team, I really like them. It's a great weekend. Yeah. Put it all together and roll again. They got every motivation to do it. But with that comes USC dominating like 4-0 games. Purdue can hit a little bit, but I don't know. But it leaves me with an interesting question because I think USC is going to put an emphasis on runs as well because they have to.
Yeah, but how many does Purdue score?
Yeah, agreed. Great question. Tizzle said USC got to get the bullpen back on track, right? Ian, my friend, so good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing great. All right, so that's 9. I think that's the last game. Yep, it's the last one. All right, Tony, let me get picks back up on the screen, and we will bounce out of here, buddy. It's Friday. I don't want to keep you or anybody too terribly long here. Everybody's ready to get out of work, get home, man. All right, what you got, big dog?
All right, man, I got 5 on it. So I got Yankees money line. We're going Braves first 5 under a half run. Orioles first 5 money line. Marlins Giants no run first minus 125. And I'm going Skeens in an over 7. I didn't think I'd ever say that, but yeah, I'm going there.
Yeah, who'd have thought that? Hey, and you're right though. With the Pirates and the run support, no, you're 100% right, man. They're definitely getting run support, and all of them.
Last year, they give him 0.
None. He's a guy. He would give up 1 run, loss.
Exactly.
I know. All right, 3 for me. LeBron James over 1.5 threes minus 125. LSU, Mississippi State over 10 minus 115. And Georgia, Ole Miss over 11. Although, we've got I don't know what to call this. Overgate. I don't know. I'm an idiot. But no, I don't know what we're gonna have with that one. But all right, gonna be some fun. In terms of we saw it just get pulled off the books, totals jumping around. I want craziness. Now I'm glad that we're on that game. I'm very glad we're on that game. All right, Tony, great job, crew, great job. We'll get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your Friday. We'll be live tomorrow, normal time, 10 a.m. Eastern. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We will see you soon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!